Hey everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. And today we are talking disc replay. So I have both Blu-rays and DVDs to share with you guys today that I've picked up probably over the last like 3 months here, maybe 3 or 4 months actually. But my disc replay, for whatever reason, has been doing buy 3, get 3 free on their Blu-rays for the longest time now. Like I said, like 3 or 4 months. I have no idea why, but hey, I'm not going to complain. Whenever I go, I check it out. Honestly, most of the time, it's kind of the same old, but every once in a while, I do find a good stack of 6. So today, I'm going to go over 2 of my stacks of 6 that I picked up, and then in the next couple days or next week, whenever it is, I'll have another stack of 6. So excited to share these with you guys. On top of that, you guys know, if you follow the channel, that Disc Replay was doing a buy 2, get 8 at various times. Well, that changed back to their standard buy 3, get 3. Well, nowadays, their standard has changed on DVDs to buy 2, get 6 free. And so I have a stack of 8 DVDs here as well to share with you guys. So lots of things to talk about. Let's get into it. Before we do, though, if you have a quick second, hit that like button down below. That engagement really does help me out. But with that said, let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right in to my latest Disc Replay, Blu-ray, and DVD haul. As per tradition, I'll start with the DVDs I picked up, and the first one here is actually a National Lampoon movie that frankly I'd never heard of until I saw it at the Disc Replay. This is National Lampoon's Movie Madness. So this one is from 1983, and it has 2 directors, Bob Giraldi and Henry Jaglom. I'm guessing is how you say that name. But what drew me to this is the cast on here, because Christopher Lloyd is in this, which is good enough for me. You don't really have to say anything else. And so because of that, I want to check this one out. This actually looks like it is a short film collection of sorts that maybe has like a wrapping, like a or like a story that wraps around. I'm not entirely sure, but looks interesting enough to me, and it's National Lampoon, so I'm intrigued. And like I said, never heard of it, so I figured I would give it a shot. This is National Lampoon's Movie Madness from 1983. The second DVD is another one that I hadn't heard of until I was shopping through Disc Replay that day. This is Glory Days, and I believe this one is 1996. At least that's the date I'm seeing on the back of the box here. But the cast on this is incredible. You have Sam Rockwell in this, Ben Affleck, French Stewart from Third Rock from the Sun, and Alyssa Milano. So I mean, like, yes, please. And apparently there are some cameos on here as well. One of them by Matthew McConaughey. So, I mean, that just sounds intriguing. I am very interested to see what this is. This is a college sex comedy of sorts, so I'm sure it's going to be fun. And with that cast, I definitely have to check this one out. This is Glory Days. This one is kind of odd, but I know I'd heard of this before, but I've never actually seen it in the wild, so I had to pick it up. This is Quest for Fire from 1981. Now, I don't know if I've heard somebody talk about this on YouTube before or not. I almost feel like I did, and that's why it was on my radar, but either way, this just looks interesting. I guess this follows like 4 different tribes of man as they are basically just fighting for survival. And I don't know that this is going to be like a narratively driven story, if that makes any sense, but it sounds interesting. Like, I have to check it out, and apparently the cinematography on it is just beautiful. So very intrigued to see what this one is all about. If you know anything more about it, let me know down below, but it sounds interesting. So I'm going to watch this one soon. This is Quest for Fire from 1981. I didn't realize how dirty this case was until just now. But anyway, this is from 1999. This is called That Championship Season. So I know this because it's a play as well, and that's how I know the story. It was a show they did while I was in undergrad, and basically it's about these group of guys who get together. They go to their old coach's house. They were a basketball team, and there is, if I'm not mistaken, like some secret that kind of gets told here, and it's kind of the trials and tribulations of their relationship and what that meant to it. So really excellent play from what I remember. It's been quite a number of years now since I've read it, but I loved it when I read it. And so I'm intrigued to see what this is. Vincent D'Onofrio is in this as well. So Paul Sorvino also directs it. So this one should be pretty good. I'm excited to check this one out. This is That Championship Season. I know I talked about the original to this duology in another recent video where I found that one. Well, I was able to find the sequel as well. This is Rest Stop, Don't Look Back. So Rest Stop, Dead Ahead is the original, and this is the sequel to that. Now, I have not seen this sequel at all. I do remember watching the original when it aired on Sci-Fi. At least that's what my memory tells me. Maybe I'm wrong, but I really remember watching that one on the Sci-Fi channel way back when it first came out. And so the fact that this has a sequel is fascinating to me. I definitely want to check this one out. This one is Rest Stop, Don't Look Back, the sequel to Rest Stop, Dead Ahead. Here's a movie that I have always wanted to see, and I was so excited to find it on DVD. This is the director's cut of Spawn. So this is interesting to me because this box has to be like the lowest resolution art I've ever seen. There's no way it's going to pick it up on my camera here, but it is just the worst quality. If you look at the screenshots on the back, hopefully that's coming through a little bit. Literally the lowest resolution pictures on the back of a box I have ever seen before. It's hilarious, but still pretty cool because it's a snapper case and it does fold out, so you get a little bit of an essay there and some artwork on the inside. So I mean, that's cool. But man, oh man, the quality on this even is just so low. I don't know why they would pick such low-res pictures for this. Anyway, this looks fun. Like I said, I've always heard mixed things about this, but it's still a movie I definitely want to check out. Todd McFarlane's Spawn. So hopefully I'll like this. This comes with the R-rated version and the director's cut, it looks like. So should be fun. Tons of special features on this as well. So I'm excited I was able to find this disc. This one is Spawn. The last two I found on DVD I'll show together because it is a sequel and then the third movie in the franchise. This is The Crow, City of Angels, along with The Crow Salvation. So I have yet to see The Crow. It is on DVD in my inherited movie collection and I plan on watching it soon. But when I came across these two, I had to pick them up. Like, I never see these when I'm shopping around. So definitely wanted to grab these. As far as I know, I think these are, a little bit more difficult to come by. So these were awesome finds. These are both part of the Miramax/Dimension Collector series, as you can see on the top there. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know too much about these other than they are the sequels to The Crow. But The Crow is supposed to be just a cult classic. So I'm really looking forward to checking that out and then watching the sequels. I would love to do a series review now that I have the trilogy. So hopefully I can, plan for one of those down the line here. I love that Kirsten Dunst is in the third one too. That's so cool. Anyway, yeah, I thought these were really cool finds. The Crow, City of Angels, along with the third film in the franchise, The Crow Salvation. So those are the last two DVDs I found for this video. Let's jump over now to the buy 3, get 3 free Blu-rays I found. Alright, so I'll start right off the gate here with a full series I was able to find, and I actually picked these up through multiple trips, but still through my buy 3, get 3, so I just included them all together. I ended up finding the entirety of the Pirates of the Caribbean series. So we have the first one here, which is Curse of the Black Pearl, and then we have movie number 2, Dead Man's Chest, the third one, The At World's End, fourth one, which is On Stranger Tides, and then finally, what is this one? Dead Men Tell No Tales. So I think that's the right order. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's the right order. So anyway, this is a franchise that I have no time with at all. My buddy put on the first one when we were in undergrad. I fell asleep to it about 15 minutes in, and I just never went back to it from there. And so I haven't seen these yet, and I am really looking forward to checking them out. I'm bringing these upstairs after I'm done filming because this is a franchise that my wife and I are going to go through soon. She says she only really likes the first one, but we're going to go through all of them and see how they are. So yeah, I'm excited. Like, really good price on these, so why not? You know what I mean? I know the first one is available on 4K, but it's supposed to be just a horrible, terrible 4K transfer, and so I decided just to stick with the Blu-rays. I'm sure you can probably get this as a set. If I remember right, I looked, and I think there's like a UK set, if nothing else, but hey, why not grab them for this cheap price? That would have been like 15 bucks to get all of these, which is pretty darn good on Blu-ray. So the entire Pirates of the Caribbean franchise are the first 5 I was able to find on Blu-ray. This next one is actually an upgrade for me. I did own this on DVD, but I picked up the Blu-ray because I had it for the, for the sale. This is Big. Now, this is a great movie. It has been a number of years now since I've seen it, but I loved it when I watched it in the past, and it's one that you've, probably seen multiple times like myself. So, yeah, I figured since I like this one so much, I might as well own the Blu-ray on it. So, that's what I ended up doing. I upgraded it. Tom Hanks in Big, I should say. I honestly don't know if I should have grabbed this next one or not, but I went by the cast. We have James McAvoy and Daniel Radcliffe, both excellent actors. This is Victor Frankenstein. Now, this is a movie that I hear nothing about, at least haven't heard anything about over the years. So I don't know if it's going to be any good or not, but I figured came with the slipcover. Has Harry Potter in it and James McAvoy. I might as well give it a shot and see if it's any good. I'm assuming it's going to be a Frankenstein story, given what the title is, so I'm into that. We'll see how this one is. This is Victor Frankenstein, and let me know down below if this one is better than I might think it is. I'm always down for a big, dumb Michael Bay action film, and then when you toss The Rock in along with Marky Mark, like, what's not to like? This is Pain and Gain. So this is one that I remember somebody talking about before I went to disc replay, like close to when I actually found this, saying how fun this movie was, and so that's why I ended up picking this up. Again, Mark Wahlberg and The Rock. What's not to like here? I'm sure this is going to be fun. I really enjoy Michael Bay's films, so I am looking forward to checking this one out. I remember working at Family Video when this one hit home media, and it got rented all the time. I just never ended up watching it, so I figured this would be a great way to pick it up. This is Pain and Gain. Here's a sequel I'm really excited to finally have because I love the original. This is Seth MacFarlane in Ted 2. Speaking of Marky Mark, there he is again. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, I love Ted. I think it is absolutely hilarious. I am such a big Seth MacFarlane fan though. Like Family Guy, best show ever, and one of my favorite shows ever anyway. American Dad, I love as well. So I really like Seth MacFarlane. So of course I like Ted. Same style of humor. So I need to see this sequel because I have yet to check this out. So very happy that I was able to find this one finally on Blu-ray, and now I have both of them in the collection. So I'm going to watch the original again and then follow it up with the sequel, Ted 2. Here is a WWE film, so that's really the reason I picked it up, and it looks like it'd be a pretty good one. Abigail Breslin and Halle Berry in The Call. So Halle Berry is a 911 operator, and I believe Abigail Breslin is like kidnapped, and she's trying to help get her, or find her. And it's supposed to be a lot of fun. Another big dumb action movie. So I'm looking forward to checking it out. You can see the, where is it? Right there, that WWE logo on the bottom there. So yeah, should be pretty fun. Just a stupid action movie, so why not? This is a horror movie that I've heard kind of mixed things about. I believe it's a zombie film, but maybe done in a less traditional way. It's actually based on a book as well. This is The Girl with All the Gifts. So because it's based on a book, my inclination is to read the book first, but because I've heard such mixed things about it, I don't really want to do that. I'll just spend the, whatever it is, hour and a half watching the movie as opposed to spending, days reading the book. And so, yeah, I'm intrigued to see if this one's any good. Like I said, mixed things, but hopefully I'll like it. I'm a huge zombie fan, so we'll see. This is The Girl with All the Gifts. And last but not least is a trilogy I could not pass up on Blu-ray. I actually didn't own any of these. Or you know what? That's not true. I owned the original on DVD, but that's it. This is the Austin Powers trilogy on Blu-ray. So we have International Man of Mystery, The Spy Who Shagged Me, and then the only one I saw in theaters and the first I ever saw of this trilogy, Goldmember. And what's really cool about this triple feature is that each movie comes on its own Blu-ray disc. So that is awesome. I love when that happens. This is just a fun, stupid comedy that, everyone's probably seen this one. Goldmember holds a special place in my heart just because, like I said, it's the only one I saw in theaters and it was the first I saw of the trilogy, which I'll say, you can totally watch these out of order. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, these are fun. They're dumb, but they make me laugh, and that's what matters. So the last one today for my buy 3 get 3 free haul is Austin Powers trilogy on Blu-ray. All right, so there's my big stack of buy 3 get 3 free Blu-rays and buy 2 get 8 free DVDs. can't beat the prices on these. I love Disc Replay, and sales like this are the reason why I enjoy going there so often. But anyway, let me know down in the comments below which of this stack do you recommend I put toward the top of the list. I'm looking forward to checking these out soon here. So let me know what you guys recommend down below, and any other comments down there are always appreciated. So thank you so much for any and all support down there. I really appreciate that. But as always, guys, if you enjoyed this one, please hit that like button down below. That engagement really does help me out. And if you didn't like it, thumbs down. That lets me know I need to change something as well. And like I always say, I don't just talk movies, I talk all things media. Books, movies, video games, graphic novels, manga, records. If it's media related, I'm interested in it. And if you are too, you might consider subscribing. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for today. I just want to say thank you all so much for checking this one out. And I want to encourage you to consume some media today. I'll catch you next time.